Most people think that AI is a shortcut, but the leaders who are winning with it on the highest level are working harder than they ever have at any point in their life. And as we speak, as I'm recording this on Wednesday, July 1st, Anthropic announced that they are going to be releasing Fable 5 to the market again at some point today. And in the process of doing so, I went back and reread my own blog post on 7 things to do for when Fable 5 returns, because I knew this was going to be an inevitability that it was going to return. So I made sure to build a strategy for this before it came back. That way I'm prepared for when this thing comes there. And there was something that I mentioned in there that really inspired me right now, certainly as I look at the current narratives of the way that people talk about AI on LinkedIn versus how they talk about it on Twitter. And the narrative was, a lot of people have a misplaced focus, because those of us who are creating with AI on the hardest level or the highest level, we're creating the output of like 10 people. And we are working harder than we ever have in our lives. And that makes the most valuable skill in the entire world in the AI era work ethic. And work ethic is something throughout all of history has always been a skill that shows who is going to win. This is your standard. This is your level of personal excellence in the way that you do everything. And it actually makes me laugh to see the narrative on LinkedIn of, and this is like consistent, oh my God, I can tell you're writing with AI. There's M dashes everywhere, and there's like 100 comments and 1,000 likes and tons of shares. And there's such a division between those who think they're playing I got you, where their focus is, and then the top 0.1% who are creating with AI at the highest level, taking advantage of the opportunities like Fable 5 coming back and building infrastructure and agentic AI and using second brains, and the way that we are compounding everything with AI in the name of our goals, our dreams, and our vision. And I'm sharing this because even last night, I was excited to wake up in the morning. I'm even seeing other people being like, we're going to wake up early today just so we could take advantage of when Fable 5 comes. As of 12:27 p.m. today, it is not yet live. But think about that mentality. We're already thinking about doing the work before the thing is even released. This is like how you feel the day of the NBA or NFL draft, or for some people, how they feel when they're about to go on vacation. You got that tingle, you got that vibe, you got the energy to you. Those of us who are leading and creating at the top with AI, we are feeling that every single day nonstop, and we're working with intelligence and infrastructure that absolutely compounds. And I wanted to share this because for so many people, they have a scarcity mindset around how they see AI. And it doesn't mean that they actually have a scarcity mindset for most of the areas of their life. It's just AI is new. Whereas flipping this thing around and seeing this as an opportunity, and when you see the opportunity, like that was the click for me on day 1 in December 2022, minute 1, when I used ChatGPT for the first time. I felt like I used the internet for the first time, and I was like, holy smokes, I see the next decade of business and where this is going. I am all in, right? So the opportunity presented itself because I know what it's like to grind for 15 years in a row as an entrepreneur, building myself and building my business. And I felt like this thing was a magic button that could create anything. Didn't mean I'm not doing anything, which is the lazy narrative of AI of like, oh my God, AI is just going to take away all the work and people are going to do nothing. Not the top of the food chain. We are like, thank you very much. Let's do some more, right? So this always on mentality, because legitimately one of the things that I'm building is one connected business, right? So my business is having principles of 92% of it is run by AI, 8% is human. When I create, the first 10% is done by the human, my vision, my values, my goals. Then AI comes in with the 80% in the middle. And then before I ship the work again, the human comes in to validate and verify, right? So there's levels to this game of the way that we're seeing this. And it doesn't mean that we have to be more techie or more coding. If anything, it's the opposite of that. You don't have to know anything about tech in order to crush with AI. Because if you've got that work ethic, that's part of number one, growth mindset, and number two, self-awareness, right? This is all around a mentality, a mindset, and a way of thinking. And that's how you create a work ethic that lasts. One of the things that has always been an asset for me is as an entrepreneur, I raised myself on hustle culture, right? Because I was doing this in the name of my dreams. And eventually, as I matured, I changed my tone in terms of what the narrative is for me. And hustle culture is always inside of me. I always got that relentless dog. That thing is never going away, right? That's an ever-present thing. And at the same time, we can have that human first methodology and principles into the way that we're creating, and certainly with AI, right? Doing so from a place of vision and values and possibility and opportunity and the things that you want to create more of in your life. This doesn't have to be grinding, but we can have a relentless pace in how we are doing everything. So this to me is why work ethic is the highest paying skill in the world right now because of AI. Because the receipts are the receipts. That's why I call this the ultimate show me your receipts era. Because a lot of people in there can be wannabe AI players where they're just talking about it and then you're like, show me what you're actually doing. Versus those of us who are not only doing, we're documenting what we're doing, we're sharing what we're doing, and we're compounding what we're doing, and we're doing so with a relentless energy because holy smokes, we can change the world, right? That's what's got me excited right now about Fable 5, AI, and everything in between. So my encouragement for you is audit your work ethic as it relates to the AI era. You still got that dog in you, that relentless woo-woo, that you get it, we're like, boom, let's go. Because once that clicks for you, everything changes. Because this isn't harder, it's actually easier, better, and more flowing. Because there is no friction between an idea you have and the ability to bring it to life in the world at the highest level and in as many ways as you want, right? So that's where we're coming from, abundance and opportunity, not from scarcity. So if you vibe with this message, I have conversations like this every single Tuesday in the Undeniable Studio. Go to robcressy.com/undeniable. Real-time building with the top builders in the world. When Fable 5 comes out, you know about it right away. We're co-creating on top of it because we are all capitalizing on the greatest opportunity in our life. You can hit me up on Instagram or LinkedIn at Rob Cressy. Sending tons of love and good vibes your way. Here's to having an amazing rest of the day.